Cheating wife invites boss at home and learned a terrible lesson. Reddit cheating stories. When I opened the door that evening, the smell of expensive cologne hit me first, one that I'd never owned. Then came the sound of muffled laughter coming from the living room. My wife, Emma, was laughing in that soft, nervous way she did when she was trying too hard to impress someone. I took one more step forward, and there he was, her boss, Richard, lounging comfortably on our couch, holding a glass of wine, while Emma sat beside him in the dress I bought her for our anniversary. I froze. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it in my ears. For a moment, I just stood there, watching, listening, wondering if this was real or some twisted dream. Hey, honey, Emma said, her voice cracking slightly. You're home early. Early. I was right on time. Richard stood up, smoothing out his suit jacket. Ah, you must be Michael. Emma's told me so much about you. His smirk made my blood boil. That night was the beginning of a storm that tore through every part of my life. Emma and I had been married for 7 years. We'd met in college. She was the outgoing, ambitious type. I was quieter, more grounded. We built a simple life together, small house, steady jobs, plans for kids someday. But things started changing when she got promoted. Her new boss, Richard, was everything I wasn't: wealthy, confident, charming. He drove a luxury car, wore designer suits, and had a reputation for flirting with every woman in the office. At first, Emma would talk about him all the time, how brilliant he was, how much she learned from him. Then, slowly, she stopped mentioning him at all. She started working late, dressing differently, guarding her phone like it was a vault. I didn't want to believe she was cheating. I told myself she was just busy, stressed, trying to prove herself. But deep down, I knew. That night, seeing them together, the way she looked at him, it broke something inside me. I didn't confront them immediately. Instead, I smiled, the kind of calm, eerie smile that even surprised me. Oh, don't let me interrupt, I said quietly. I didn't realize we had company. Richard chuckled awkwardly. We were just discussing some work stuff. Big project coming up, you know. Work, I repeated. At our house. With wine. On a Friday night. Emma's eyes darted nervously between us. Michael, please. No, it's fine, I said, placing my briefcase down gently. In fact, Richard, why don't you stay for dinner? You came all this way. Emma looked shocked. Richard hesitated but smiled. Sure, why not? And that's when my plan began. I cooked that night. I served them food, poured their wine, and acted like the perfect host. Inside, though, my heart was screaming. I watched them exchange glances, watched how she laughed at his jokes, a laugh I hadn't heard from her in months. When dinner was done, I stood up and said, you know, Richard, since you're Emma's boss, I should thank you. She's been spending so much time with you lately, late nights, weekends. It must be quite the workload. The room went silent. Emma froze. Richard's smirk faded. What are you implying? He asked. I'm not implying anything, I said calmly. I'm stating a fact. My wife has been spending more time with you than with me. I just hope your business meetings are worth destroying a marriage over. Emma's face turned pale. Michael, stop, she whispered. I turned to her, my voice steady but cold. No, Emma. You stop. Stop lying. Stop pretending this is normal. I may have been blind for a while, but not anymore. Richard excused himself quickly, muttering something about having an early meeting. The moment the door closed, Emma burst into tears. She tried to explain. She said it just happened, that she was confused, that Richard understood her in ways I didn't. I listened, quietly, painfully, until she ran out of words. Then I said something I never thought I would. I'm leaving, Emma. Her sobs grew louder. Please, Michael. Don't do this. It was a mistake. A mistake, I repeated. A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. This was a choice. I packed my things that night and went to stay with my brother. Days turned into weeks. Emma called, texted, emailed, begging me to talk. But I didn't. She even showed up at my workplace once, crying in the parking lot, saying she ended things with Richard. I believed her, but that didn't matter anymore. Some things can't be undone. Then one day, karma decided to visit. I received a call from one of Emma's coworkers. Apparently, Richard's wife had found out about their affair. Richard was fired after his misconduct was reported to our, and Emma, being part of it, lost her job too. The company wanted to protect its image. She called me that night, voice trembling. I've lost everything, Michael. My job, my reputation, you. I didn't take pleasure in her pain, but I felt peace for the first time in months. You didn't lose me, Emma, I said softly. You threw me away. A year later, I had moved on. I focused on rebuilding my life, therapy, a new job, and slowly, a sense of peace. I even started dating again, though cautiously. One day, while visiting a coffee shop, I saw Emma sitting alone by the window. She looked different, tired, thinner, older somehow. When our eyes met, she smiled faintly and waved. I walked over. Hey, she said quietly. You look good. Thanks, I replied. She hesitated, then whispered, I think about what I did every day. I ruined the best thing I ever had. I nodded. I know. And I've forgiven you. But forgiveness doesn't mean going back. It just means I'm free. She looked down, tears glistening in her eyes. I hope you're happy, Michael. I am, I said, smiling genuinely. And I hope you find peace too. Then I walked away, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with strength.